Nation, it is Monday. My name's Philip DeFranco, and this is where I talk about news tabs, stuff, and things that matter to me today. And the first thing I want to talk about today is sex news, specifically who's watching porn. The reason Pornhub is one of my favorite sites on the internet isn't even really the porn, it's they have so many stats and analytics about who's watching it that I love it. Also the porn though. Their most recent information is how old are people that are watching porn. And according to their stats, the average male user is 36, while the women are 34. But as one would kind of expect, the largest blocks go in this order: 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and 65 plus, aka people who say they're 100 years old to get past age gating. I'm 29 years old, but if there's an age gated video, I was born January 1st, 1901. I should be allowed to watch this video. I went through 2 world wars and saw the fall of communism. They also showcase the average age based on country, the 3 with the highest average age: Japan, Belgium, and Italy. They also showed top searches and most popular categories based on age. And this was interesting because you kind of see the evolution of one's perviness. Although an almost constant is apparently everyone wants to bang their stepmom. Like everyone. And this is just touching the surface of all these analytics. I'm telling you, Pornhub loves analytics more than their 55 plus and older users love searching for very, very old granny. And from there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in awesome, sponsored by squarespace.com/Phil. Squarespace, of course, is a place where you can make an awesome, fantastic website for just $8 a month. You get the domain for free if you sign up for a year. They also have a whole new redesigned interface called Squarespace 7. That's amazing. And if you do make the smart decision to go to squarespace.com/Phil and sign up, use coupon code Phil for 10% off. And the first bit of awesome is awesome because it's so terrible, but I also want it, which is what fast food places do. Taco Bell is testing out a new product that they have only launched in Bakersfield, California, which is a Cap'n Crunch Delight, which is essentially a flavor modified Cinnabon Delight that they roll around in Captain Crunch Berries cereal. And I just have to tip my hat to Taco Bell. They are the kings of stoner food. You get anyone high enough, they're gonna want that warm, gooey goodness in their mouth. I just really wanted to say warm, gooey goodness. Then for the lady lovers out there, there was the Victoria's Secret Swim Special, which on top of 45 minutes of just very attractive models having fun, there was a bunch of behind the scenes videos uploaded to YouTube, so I'm gonna share that. Of course, just for science reasons. Then my favorite bit of karma awesome today was this video of this guy trying to break into a car with a rock, who reportedly had been trying to break into a vehicle for 20 to 30 minutes with a smaller rock, later opting for a much larger brick that, bounced right back into his face. Then on the opposite end of the spectrum for awesome, there was a guy who was skydiving, and at around 9,000 feet, he loses control of his body, he has a seizure, and his jump master has to try and save him. And of course, the final bit of awesome today is our secret link of the day. It's slightly not safe for work, but it's mainly just hilarious and awesome. So if you'd like to check that out, anything else I shared or talked about today, links as always in the description down below. Then something I wanted to report on Thursday night, but it turns out I'm really crappy at editing and or doing anything while inebriated, was what I imagine is now the most hated dress in history, this thing. The reason people hated it wasn't because Becky totally knew I was gonna wear that dress and she still wore it anyway, but instead, according to most polls, 1 in 4 people saw a black and blue dress, while 3 in 4 people saw a white and gold dress and also loved to punch babies in the face. Now, as you might have hypothesized, I personally saw a black and blue dress, but it does make me wonder. The thing that was scary wasn't just this dress, but what about everything else? Is the rest of my life a lie? Do I really love my white and gold Jays? Am I actually a fan of the white man group? Is the black and blue Power Rangers still my favorite? I don't know, but it was very interesting to see the internet implode on itself because of a single picture. Also, it turns out I now in fact have one thing in common with Jaden Smith, so that's something I'm a little bit depressed about, honestly, but I'm working through it. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, like every other stupid thing that blew up on the internet, someone got a tattoo of it. Then in super nerdy tech news that has me really excited, SanDisk has somehow made a micro SD that is 200 gigabytes. That's insane! 200 gigabytes in the same amount of space as the fingernail on your pinky. I mean, I'm in this weird generation where I expect Wi-Fi on my damn airplane, but also I used to use floppy disks and a zip drive was the most amazing thing to me back in the day. It's just amazing. How do you fit so much in something so little, which, oh my God, amazing pickup line. I mean, a complete lie, but if I worked at this company, I'm using that line. Then there was a bunch of ISIS in the news for several reasons. Tons of people raged against Saturday Night Live because they were angry and offended at one of their sketches. The sketch was making fun of a car commercial where a father's dropping his daughter off to join the US military, except in their sketch, the daughter joined named ISIS, which many people said glorified and made light of these terrible people. And it wasn't what people that are defending this sketch said, mocking ISIS with his pop culture piece, because there are actually stories about these young girls who are wanting to join. Meanwhile, ISIS was reportedly threatening the founders of Twitter. Jack Dorsey and other Twitter employees reportedly getting threatened by ISIS over blocking their accounts. Twitter shuts these accounts down because their terms of service say you don't allow users to post direct, specific threats of violence against others. So now law enforcement's looking into it because on Just Pace, this image of Dorsey was posted with the text, "You started this failed war. We told you from the beginning it's not your war, but you didn't get it and kept closing our accounts on Twitter. But we always come back. When our lions come back and take your breath, you will never come back to life." And the last bit of ISIS news is an update on the aftermath of the Charlie Hebdo shooting, J Sweet Charlie movement. And the big question here was, after this movement and the big staple of their post-shooting issue selling 8 million copies, would people stick with that support? And it turns out, yes. Before the shooting, the publication had around 8,000 subscribers, and each run had 24,000 to 50,000 copies. But as of this Wednesday, 2.5 million copies are hitting stands, and they have now 200,000 plus subscribers. So it appears that supporters made good on their promises to actually support this, and the goal of this terrorist attack didn't just get an opposite reaction. It appears that it's going to be a long-standing opposite reaction. And that's actually where I'm gonna end today's show and bring you to the big question of the day. Were you offended by the SNL skit? If you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back, answer. Personally, I wasn't offended, and I kind of wonder how many people that were like, "I'm offended that they would do this," are also people that were using the hashtag JSweetCharlie and talking about not being able to hold down something because it was offensive. But that's just me, and I'd love to know if you agree, disagree, blah, 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 blah. And to thank those of you that watch on the daily, you hit that thumbs up, you take part in the conversation. In the next 24 hours, I'll be selecting 5 random comments down below to receive free $20 gift cards to Amazon. Just cuz. Also, thanks again to the sponsor of today's show, squarespace.com/Phil. But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow. What about you, Lindsay? How many nudes have you sent?
Give or take, like 5,000.
5,000.
Hold it for a second.
Ah! Are you kidding me?
No, Jack. Ouch!
It's alive!
It's Monday. Monday.